All right, so to find what we're asked to do, we're given this equation, and we're asked to find the center and radius of this sphere. So in order to do that, we need to manipulate this to get it into this form, because this is the form of a sphere, as we talked about before, where the center is HKL and the radius is R. So what we got to do here is we got to use the technique of completing the square. So collect the x terms together. I'm going to leave a space so we can complete the square. Collect the y terms together. Again, leave a space to complete the square. And collect the z terms together. Leave a little space to complete the square. When I take this constant to the other side, we get -6 on the right side. Now we complete the square. Remember, to complete the square, you take half of the coefficient of x and square it. Half of 4 is 2, and 2 squared gives us 4. Same thing here. Take half the coefficient y. Half of -6 is -3. -3 squared is 9, so we add 9. Now, remember, when I add 4 to this side, I can't just add a number to one side. You got to compensate it, add it to the other. So if I add 4 to the left side, I got to add 4 to the right side. Similarly, if I add 9 to the left side, I got to compensate and add 9 to the right side to maintain our balance or the equation. And lastly, for z, take half of the coefficient of z. Half of 2 is 1, and 1 squared is 1. But again, if I add 1 to the left side, I got to add 1 to the right side as well. So what do we get? Well, this is now a perfect square, right? This is x plus half of this number, quantity squared, so half of 4 is 2. And from what we learned in completing the square earlier, this is factors to y plus half of this is -3, so we get y minus 3, quantity squared. And half of 2 is 1, positive 1, so this is z plus 1, quantity squared. And when we add these numbers, what do we get? We get 10 and 4, we get 14, minus 6 is 8. So 8, let's just think of 8 as the square root of 8, quantity squared, just to get it into that form. So this I can think of as the square root of 8, quantity squared, because when I square that, we get 8. Now we can see what is the center. The center, keep in mind, is -2, because this we can think of as x minus a -2, right? So the center is -2, +3, and -1. What is the radius? The radius is the square root of 8. So that's how we do these types of problems.